Kristen said, I have a great thought on a topic. This is a great one, okay? It is bands or musical artists that have made tremendous music that is well respected and then have fallen off a cliff so much that they've made the most crap later in their career.
Yeah, what musical artist, and I had one sadly jump to mind because I love them, but what musical artist generally credited with making outstanding, popular, and then well-respected, critically acclaimed music, and then also utter shite.
Yeah, fell off. So who's fallen the most?
Wow, that's good.
Well, Chris Demm said the Beach Boys because they started with stuff like this.
I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations.
And then late in the career, they had another number one hit with this. But I will not second that motion because I'm a fan of this song, as you know.
I will say this, as a Beach Boys fan, a giant Beach Boys fan, loved their album Endless Summer and Pet Sounds. I mean, were part of my growing up. They're just embedded in my musical DNA.
Right, you love them.
When I hear some of the music that they have made after Brian had his, when Brian sort of left the band due to mental illness, due to drugs, what have you.
Yeah.
Kokomo sounds like Beethoven's Symphony No. 5 compared to the absolute tripe.
They've done worse since.
Oh my God.
But
you have no idea.
No big hits, though. But
they had Wipeout with the Fat Boys.
Oh, they did. That's right. They did do that. I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
The other that Chris...
And it's just garbage.
The Beach Boys was up there. And then Kristen said, what about Rod Stewart? You've got the classics,
Got Reason to Believe, Maggie May.
All of those.
And then...
You're gonna get a big long shot.
This one always brings a smile to my face.
I told you this is my Girl in Pit song. I feel like that this is what plays when Mr. gets home.
Yeah. Girl in Pit.
Yeah.
And the food not raining down or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
When you hear those steel drums in the beginning.
Just give me a giant. Now, part of the issue is, of course, is that these guys had the good fortune to live long.
That's right.
That's the thing. They they lived long enough to make music that wasn't maybe up to their early standards.
I did think too, where they didn't break up. They didn't make magic and then break up.
The Beatles broke up. Paul McCartney's made some music that is kind of cringy.
That's right. But I wouldn't put him up there with the Rod Stewarts of the world. Do you think? Has it gotten that bad? Maybe.
Not in my...
Yeah.
No, I mean, he's made some great solo stuff, but some of it's not great.
You're right. But that's true. I mean, the Beatles broke up early. That was it, you know.
So what about Cher?
Oh, no, wait, what? Oh, no.
Believe is a mess. It's a hot mess.
I like
I know you do, but it's a hot mess of a song.
I always like Believe. I always like Believe. I thought Cher did a nice job on that. You're saying that her stuff. But you like, what's the other one where she had that big hit about that time as Believe? What's the other one that was a huge hit?
She had that one song where she was...
Like a Turn Back Time?
Turn Back Time.
Turn Back Time, yeah.
Yeah. I always thought that video was weird because she was parading around on a ship half naked, but her son was playing guitar, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think it's odd dressing like that in front of your son.
That's right. Yeah. I don't... I mean, you know...
I don't know that Cher is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, Rod Stewart is. The Beach Boys are.
How about, I'll tell you who's really stood the test of time is Bruce Springsteen. He's coming in concert here soon. I'm just seeing his name in front of me, and I thought, you can't point to... As he had a few albums here fairly recent, in the 2000s, and they've been pretty well received. It's not
pretty well received. I don't know. To me, they don't stack up next to his earlier stuff.
But they're not embarrassments. They're I don't think.
That's fair.
These you're talking about guys that have really fallen. I thought about it in movie terms. Like the other day, I was watching Jaws 2. And what movie has gone? We've probably done this, but the movie that was so unbelievably great, Jaws, to one of the worst movies you've ever seen, Jaws 4, Jaws 3.
What happened to The Hangover? I mean, The Hangover was standalone. It was a great comedy classic.
And then by the third one, it's just terrible.
It kind of waters down the impact of the first one.
Oh, I agree. That's why I as much as I hate to say it, I don't know that I want him to do Top Gun 3. because I love the first one, and the second one was equal or better. And if they do a third, I think it's going to fall off. It's you just how many times can you do it?
Yeah.
And we've seen
it's still raking in
money.
Top Gun.
It's amazing.
It's been I'd say the biggest hit in theaters.
Was it a money grab? Yes.
Wait a minute. I don't.
You don't think it was a money grab?
I don't think it was a money grab.
You think it was just a story that had to be told?
Yes. What happened to Maverick?
I think everyone, including everyone involved in that movie, is shocked at the hit it became.
I think it was helped by the fact that it was delayed so long by COVID. It was like, come on, let's say. And it had been 30-some years, since the original.
Well, because, the dinosaur movie, the Jurassic Park, it's already hit the streaming.
Already.
You can buy it for $20 or rent it for $20 already.
But there have been a dozen Jurassic movies
in
my memory.
That's another one that's fallen.
Yeah.
But not as bad as a Jaws or, Rocky. Rocky went down, like Rocky 5. I haven't seen it. I hear it's terrible.
I've not seen them, but I heard the Creed movies are okay.
Yeah, I saw the first one of those. Those are good.
First Creed was really good.
Did you see Rocky? Sylvester Stallone is in a fight now with somebody about those movies.
Is it the producer of the original Rocky?
Yes. He has been denied, he claims, his money. Sylvester Stallone is going after Irwin Winkler. It says an Irwin Winkler production at the beginning of Rocky movies.
Now, my understanding is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Winkler passed away, and the rights to the Rocky pictures went to his heirs, not to Stallone.
That's right. Yeah.
And Stallone says, "What about me?
He did.
Give me a piece."
Yeah. On Saturday, Stallone, on his social media, posted a picture of Winkler with his head on a snake's body and a knife blade coming out of his mouth like a tongue, and said, "I really would like to have at least a little of what's left of my rights back." I mean, there was no...
he wrote it, right?
Yeah,
he wrote Rocky 1. But I'm sure to get it made, he had to sign away
he did
part of the rights.
He stole it. Some guy's story, too. He's been sued also. Rocky.
Wepner.
Yeah, Chuck Wepner. Said, that's my story. And it was. Stallone had said in interviews long ago.
He was inspired by Wepner.
He saw Wepner's fight. Wepner stood in there with Muhammad Ali. Yeah. And then, that basically became the Rocky story. Mark, you're talking about great movies that then fall to terrible, terrible sequels. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, P1.
Thank you.
The Fast and Furious series, the first and second one was good. The third one was okay. Oh, my God, they need to stop.
Yeah.
They're up to, 9 or 10 now?
They've been doing a ton.
Yeah, they've gotten worse and more unbelievable than the first and second one.
Is it because of the death of Paul Walker? I know he was a big part of that movie.
I don't think so. I just think they were starting to get a little bit out of hand before he was killed.
Okay. Right.
It is funny watching the very first Fast and Furious movie and then seeing where we are now.
Is it not that Fast or Furious?
It's more about street racing,
right,
and crime, but not. I mean, now it really is funny. We went from just L.A. street racers to they're pulling heists in Brazil.
Cars driving out of airplanes.
And stuff. And it's like it really has gotten so far from what it was. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I've never seen that, but people say,
yeah.
I heard the Saw movies, which I also didn't see, went down. Oh, and Pirates of the Caribbean went way down.
The first Pirates I loved.
I've heard it's great. I don't see.
What's going on?
Why do I not see fanciful movies? I mean, I don't see them.
No, you don't have much imagination.
I don't. Adventure movies, I don't see. Yesterday, Stallone, by the way, posted a picture of Winkler and his family, and they were dressed as vampires. He had put...
I'm Stallone.
He put fangs and capes and stuff on them.
This isn't helping.
And
Daddy, did you see today's Sly Stallone post? No. Did he change his mind? No, he didn't.
No, he put Stallone put, "We're very happy that their family is staying healthy and bloody well fed off the Italian stallion while controlling all of the Rocky films that I made for almost 50 years. Bon appetit." That's from Sly, who is really, really upset.
He's not hurting for money? Or is this just a principle of the thing?
He's not broke or anything.
I wouldn't think so. But
you wouldn't think so, but you never know.
Right. Well, he just sold his house. He says,
I don't think he's never been hurting for money.
But remember, he had a $110 million house that he just sold to Adele for only $58 million.
And he took a bath
on the house.
I know he had at least one ugly divorce, right?
I think so. Most stars
But I don't think I've ever heard about him being broke.
No, I don't think he's broke. I mean, I think he wants.
How old is he now?
What do you think is rightfully his?
70s.
70?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, when he did Rocky, the first one, he's probably almost 30 or 30, don't you think? So he's 30 then. That's 1976. That's 46 years. He's probably in his mid-70s.
Yeah, because I remember we had like a story where he and Schwarzenegger were having surgery on the same day, and they were both in their 70s.
Getting their faces chopped up again?
I think it was more their muscles.
Now, it's funny you mentioned Schwarzenegger. He's making headlines today, too. There is an actress named Miriam Margolyes she's in Harry Potter. She plays a character named Professor Sprout. But she says in 1999, she was in a horror movie called End of Days with Schwarzenegger.
Saw it.
You saw that movie?
Yes.
End of Days. Any good?
Wasn't great.
No, okay. She says something happened on the set of that movie that she will never, ever forget, and that it was one of the lowest moments of her career, and she has still not forgiven Arnold Schwarzenegger for it.
Is she telling her story now?
She's telling her story. She's telling her story now. She's bravely commenting on it.
Schwarzenegger, didn't care for him. He's a bit too full of himself, and I don't care for him at all. He was actually quite rude. He farted in my face. Now, I fart. Of course I do. But I don't fart in people's face. He did it deliberately right in my face.
It's a word. It's an ugly word. I don't like. I don't say it.
Even with an English accent.
I don't say it. I won't. I don't like it. I don't care how big an accent you have. That's no good. And I like
right in her face.
Now, I like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Bombs away.
Yeah. I just pictured this poor woman pinned down.
Well, that's right. Here she is.
It was during the filming of End of Days in Los Angeles, and I was playing Satan's sister, and he was killing me, so he had me in a position where I couldn't escape, lying on the floor, and he just farted. It wasn't on film, it was in one of the pauses, but I haven't forgiven him for it.
She won't.
So, Biggie, that wasn't in the final cut.
I remember he kills...
that Satan's sister.
I do remember he kills Satan's sister. I don't believe it was with his gas.
Did you hear that story? My God. I've been a supporter of Arnold Schwarzenegger for years.
You have, unabashed.
I'm such a fan.
Yeah.
I would have voted for governor if I lived in
I
government.
believe he did that on purpose, too. It seemed like something he would do.
Yeah, it kind of does.
What a story.
I should not have had the tuna melt at lunch.
Yeah. Sorry. I believe it.